The back of the neck and the base of the skull are an area that can hold a lot of tension, and it's really where gravity kind of hits us first. And so what we want to do is just make sure that we're not neglecting this area and we're finding a good way to release some of the tension in there in a nice neutral position. And so what we're going to do on this first one is we're going to start with the rollers together, and we want to put them right at the base of our skull, and you'll feel there are two little meaty nodules that usually locate themselves right at the base of the skull. And so what we want to do is feel that we're right on those points right there. And so what we want to do is just tuck our chin into our neck and push the back of our neck long. So it's like we don't want to see any shrugging of the shoulders trying to push into the rollers. We really just want to try and find the space where we lengthen the shoulders away from the ears, we tuck the chin in, and it's that tucking pressure that puts the tension into the rollers and hits it in a nice good spot that starts releasing tension right away. And so from here, what I want you to do is just tuck the chin in as you push your weight of that head onto that right side. So you're going to lose contact of the back side, but you're going to have all the tension onto that meaty pad right on the one roller to your right. And then we're going to slowly come back to the middle, and we're going to do the same thing where we turn and tuck that chin and push into the roller right in that space. And we just imagine the shoulders away from the ears as the chin tucks and pushes onto that roller. And this puts us into a nice neutral spine as we're on here. We never want to lift our chin and try and like bend our neck around the roller. We want to always think about straightening the back of our neck onto the roller. And so from here, we're going to go up a little bit. And so just by navigating the roller a little bit further up on your head, you can feel that it might want to slip out, but if you tuck your chin, it really does press into some space in your skull that feels tension, fascia around the base of our skull into our spine. And so what we're going to do is just turn our head side to side as we tuck our chin. And if the rollers start getting away from you, just pull them back in. And again, lengthening the neck to pull the chin in. If you want to go further, the chin comes in more. We never look up as we go into those outside ranges. We keep the shoulders away from the ears, we keep the chin tucked in, and we just feel where in the scalp we are holding tension. It does not feel like we need it. And so we can go one more spot back and it'll feel like it's going to fall out. And so that's again where you just kind of need to feel and make adjustments where you need to, but really feeling the pressure of the balls massaging your scalp as you tuck your chin and lengthen the back of your neck onto the rollers. So that's the area of your skull where we hold a lot of tension. Now we're going to work the area working down from the base of the skull to the base of the neck. So our posterior cervical area where a lot of tension resides, especially for people who are working on a computer or working with their hands out in front of them, like dentists or dental hygienists, or people who are really doing a lot of maintenance workers, mechanics, people who are really working out in front of them. The chin gets lifted, a lot of tension builds into these areas. So as we start at that same point that we did the skull from, right at those meaty nodules at the base of the skull, we're going to also need to have a block handy. So when we push our hips up onto the yoga block, just make sure that you've got enough of the block underneath your spine and your pelvis to feel neutral and to feel supported. And as you get into this position of tucking the chin and lengthening the neck, you can now put a little bit more leverage onto the balls, almost pushing your shoulders off the ground slightly, and then resting down. And now as we rotate, as we bring the balls just a little closer down, again, we're never trying to look up and over the balls. We're always trying to chin tuck and push leverage onto the balls. We can turn the chin and tuck it as we push pressure onto the one ball. And then the same thing as we come back through the middle tuck the chin, lengthen the neck, and push pressure onto the ball with your body. Using your feet as a little bit of leverage and never putting anything that strains your neck around the balls, but rather lengthens them onto it. And so we're gonna bring the balls a little bit lower on your neck. And we're gonna do the same thing where we're tucking the chin, lengthening the neck, bringing the shoulders down. Pushing the pressure, releasing, coming back around. Tucking the chin, lengthening the neck, pulling the shoulders down, pushing into leverage on the balls, and releasing the tension in your neck. And then come back to the center. And you could create all of that with the same effect by lifting your hips a little bit and creating that same action, or just by pushing into it. Just making sure that you're always lengthening the back of the neck and tucking the chin, and never trying to use this as a device to roll and get range of motion out of your neck. Your range of motion will increase through your neck if you can just get the tension to release in it. We don't need to actually roll it and make it move that way.